Afternoon, everybody. I hope you've all had a productive day. I realize I've been saying at the beginning of my videos, if you have been watching me, like and subscribe. If this is your first time watching me, like and subscribe also. You never know what I'm going to say next. I don't even know what I'm going to say next on these hello, how was your day videos. But I actually was thinking about something today, and it's a story. I don't know if it's really a story, and I'll try not to make it too long. I have someone in my life that often says to me, is this going to be long? And in other words, sometimes you'll see me hesitate too when I'm talking, because I think I'm a teacher. And I spent years learning not to say, So now when I'm trying to think of the next thing, or I want to put the words together in my head, I will think about it instead of saying, So when you see me pause like this, it's because I'm thinking about being articulate. Anyway, so I was thinking about a book that I read quite a few years ago, and a story. I don't know if the story is like in the preface. It's one of the first parts of it. It's a book about writing, and it's by a writer. Her name is Anne Lamott, and she's a really great writer. She's written all different sorts of things, including fiction and all kinds of things. But this particular book was a book about writing, I think, if I can remember. But what stuck with me is, and the name of the book, of course, is Bird by Bird. I think it's the title. And that's what this story is about. And so it's her story, but I'm crediting it, but I'm going to tell it. And because this is a story about me too. And it's her brother or something. But so when I was in 5th grade, I had this situation where I would leave everything till the last minute as a child. And whether it's a curse or a blessing, I don't know, but I do have a good degree of intelligence, which means that oftentimes all of the things in my head, there's 1,000 thoughts in my head for every word or two that could come out. And so as a child, this made communication very difficult for me. So I would get tons and tons of books, like big piles of books, and I would procrastinate, even if it was a subject I wanted to do a report on. And so this story is about a kid around 11, which is about right for me, needs to do a report on birds. And so I'm just going to use birds for the sake of this story, but all of my reports, whatever they were on. I remember one about volcanoes that was the same kind of thing. Not to mention that, but I had to build a volcano as part of it. So all of that was being done the night before. Because back then, of course, we did our own homework. Our parents didn't do it for us. And we didn't have homeschooling. We were kind of on our own, which was a good thing. But anyway, so piles and piles of books around this kid, around me. And it's 11 o'clock at night, and it's due tomorrow, and it's just that overwhelm, which I still get that overwhelm. And I talked a little bit yesterday about having been on a retreat. So at any rate, I had this overwhelm. And so in the story, the boy's father comes up behind him and just claps him on the shoulder. And he says, "Son, just take it bird by bird." And I love that, because that sometimes is how life has to be. It has to be just bird by bird. Or in the case of my work, this is a new piece I'm working on, a commission for another person. But you see how small all these pieces are? You can see the size of my nose. So I could say piece by piece, or I could say stitch by stitch. In my physical fitness side of things, I'm doing walking meditations, and my goal is 11,000 steps a day. I've been losing some weight. I'm in an age bracket where I figure it's my last hurrah. I look much younger than I am, and it's because of the lifestyle that I lead, which includes a lot of the things I'm telling you about. But anyway, well, today I walked 15,000 because I was mowing the lawn with a push mower. But at any rate, step by step, if you're mowing the lawn, blade of grass by blade of grass, you can extrapolate that to as far as you want to take it. And life is good. Life is really good today. So that's what I have today. Like and subscribe my video and tune in tomorrow, because who knows what I'm going to say next.